outside of the Gentle Barn, and I wanted to sit in the sun and talk to you guys some more. I grabbed the Gospel of the Holy 12 and wanted to share with you a little bit about why I'm vegan, and also look at the cool shirt just purchased. You haven't lived until you've hugged a cow, and I agree, because cows are amazing. So anyways, Lection 38 of the Gospel of Holy 12. This is the reason that I ultimately went vegan, when I came across these teachings, and it really impacted my heart and soul. So, hey Kyle, how's it going? Kyle says I got the shirt. Woohoo! Yeah! Jesus condemneth the ill treatment of animals. I'm actually just going to call him Christ so that we don't have any squabbles about the name game. Ultimately, his message is more important than figuring out what his name is. So let's just call him Christ. And some of his disciples came and told him of a certain Egyptian, a son of Belial, who taught that it was lawful to torment animals if their suffering brought any profit to men. And realistically, like, how much of this, ultimately the people that are running a place print money, so it's not about money for them, but when it comes to like these individual farmers and these companies and stuff, they will cut corners and abuse animals and mistreat them because they're trying to make money. They fatten up the cows, right? And it doesn't matter how hard it is on the cow's body. It doesn't matter if that cow can't even walk or anything. It's all about how much meat that they can get from the cow. So yeah. And Christ said unto them, Verily I say unto you, they who partake of benefits which are gotten by wronging one of God's creatures cannot be righteous, nor can they touch holy things, or teach the mysteries of the kingdom, whose hands are stained with blood, or whose mouths are defiled with flesh. God giveth the grains and the fruits of the earth for food, and for righteous man truly there is no other lawful sustenance for the body. So it's pretty black and white, what the Christ taught, and it seems pretty obvious to me that the Christ would have had to teach God's will, otherwise he's not the prophet of God, right? That's what a prophet is, the one that's showing people God's will and pointing them towards the way that they should go. And God made a perfect Garden of Eden for us to chill in, to frolic, to play, to have all of nature living in peace and harmony with one another. The animals are our brothers and sisters, right? God is the one Father. There's one Heavenly Father. There's one earthly mother. And all of us are their children, no matter what species that we are. So, you know, how we treat our brothers and sisters really matters. And thankfully, people are waking up to that. So yeah, it's really obvious to me that the Christ would have taught veganism, and not only just the Gospel of the Holy 12, but the Essene Humane Gospel of Christ, and then the Essene Gospel of Peace books are really good too, and you can find them all online for free. So let me see what's going on in the chat. South African boys, hello, how's it going? Gloria says, hello, Queen, from Woodlake, California. Hello. I'm not sure where Woodlake is. Cool. Renajith says, hi, I'm back. Is that how you pronounce your name? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Kyle says, are you at a park or near the Gentle Barn? I'm actually, the Gentle Barn is, I think this is part of their property, but all along the road here, they've had us all parked. So I'm just chilling by where I'm parked. So, do I play Roblox? No, I do not. I've seen other people play it before, but no, I don't participate myself. Meme Game, hi, how are you? Chad says hi. Meme Game says, where are you from? I am from Ohio, but I currently live at the base of Mount Shasta. I moved here for spiritual reasons. It was revealed to me that Mount Shasta is the Earth's root chakra, and just like the root of a tree, the condition of the root, if it's healthy or if it's diseased or whatever, that's gonna essentially affect the whole tree. So if I come to Shasta and I focus my energy on changing Shasta and fixing the root, it's gonna just shine out to the rest of the tree and ultimately help to fix the rest of the world. So I'm super stoked about that. That's why I've been in Mount Shasta for the past few years. My main focus is veganism because ultimately how we treat the animals is directly linked to how we are treated. We're on a human farm, and if we don't want to be, working 9 to 5s, we don't want to be enslaved, we don't want to be taxed, right? You don't want to earn all this money and then have someone come into your house and tell you how much of it is okay for you to keep. Like we don't agree to that, right? And we don't want our children taken from us. So all of these things that are happening on the human level, humans are turning a blind eye to them doing the exact same thing to all of the animals. And so these things are directly linked, and thus I'm here at the Gentle Barn today, repping the veganism, and started the Shasta vegan community, and I'm in the process of making that a nonprofit so that this coming year we can really get the ball rolling and start some really cool projects in Mount Shasta. And then in the rest of the world, right? Mount Shasta is just the starting point. Hopefully it can reach the ends of the world so that everyone can experience the golden age. But I can't do it alone, so hopefully other people are catching on to the idea and the dream and starting to dream and manifest that with me so that, we can change the world. Mr. Wax says, hello, miss. Hello, how's it going? Amino, how are you? Greetings from Tashkent. Hello, greetings from California. It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm not really interested in dealing with trolls, so I'm not even going to acknowledge your existence because you don't really deserve my time. So anyways, hello from Iowa. Hello, how's it going? I've driven through Iowa before, but I've never stopped, so it's kind of cool to see different reels and stuff of beautiful places from all over, not just America. We're taught that, well, not we, I can't speak for everyone because I have a large audience here, but hold on one second, let's just get this guy away from here. I don't do crack, so I'm not really sure why you're projecting your own issues onto me. Hey Francesca, how's it going? So anyways, I was trying to say there's some really cool, getting to live in this age of technology. We get to see and experience things from all over the whole world to see how awesome and beautiful it is, right? We're so programmed, so many of us, to say, oh, America's the greatest country ever and all of these things. But it's ultimately all this land is for humans and other species. We shouldn't have these wars over whose country is better than the other. There's just a way better way that we can all be existing in this space in a more unifying and just healthier way for all of us, because none of our souls came here to live eternally in this crushed down nightmare. So Mike says hi from Budapest. Hello. Coke says your eyes are a cute little emoji. Oh, thanks. Spencer Smith says hi. Hi, Spencer. How are you? Shadowband says, have I seen any UFOs? I personally have not, but I know other people in Mount Shasta spend a lot of time on the mountain trying to look for those kinds of things, and trying to have otherworldly experiences like that. So it's pretty cool. That's one of the cool things about living here. And sometimes we have these lenticular clouds, which are kind of saucer shaped, and they'll just hover on the mountain all day, and other clouds will just pass by, and these clouds just stay there just all day. Mount Shasta is a portal, so entities enter and exit through this portal into our realm. And being that it's the root chakra, not only on the spiritual level it's really important, but physically they say that underneath Mount Shasta is this nexus point, and there's an underground subway system that's goes really, really fast, the high-speed system, and it can take you to all these different places on Earth, supersonic speed. It would be really awesome to be able to have access to that, and so many of the other forms of technology that we, that it's hidden from us. So yeah. Why is everyone from America? Why? Well, I'm not really sure what you mean, because obviously not everyone is from America, but maybe the people that you come across on social media are, for whatever reasons. Mallory says, sweetie, there's a bug on your hat. Oh, thanks. Hopefully it flew away or is not here anymore. Alfred says, hello. How are you doing? Andy says America rules. Woohoo! Yeah, I don't really think that our land is better than any other one's land, and I think there's some really amazing places. And as far as our government goes, the whole right-left system, thankfully, people are starting to see through it, and the fact that all of our presidents have been selected and not elected. We are given this illusion of choice, but we're just basically given two puppets, and you can only choose from these two puppets, and either way, the puppeteer still retains control, right? The shadow government, these people have been, well, not necessarily people, they're not necessarily human, right? But these souls have been manipulating the system and creating this whole matrix around us to give us this illusion of progression, illusion of choice, illusion of freedom, ultimately, right? Because we're on a human farm and we don't have freedom, but we're told, oh, America's such a free country. Okay, well, you're not allowed to drive without not only a license, but insurance, all of these other things that you have to be able to even go from point A to point B. Go try to walk down a highway, see if you're free to even walk. You have to constantly pay taxes on every single thing. It's just really obvious that we're not free once you stop repeating the programmed lie of we're free, this is the best country ever. That being said, I definitely think that there should be a justice system. It just shouldn't be corrupt. I think that there does need to be, police, but they need to be enforcing just laws, not just trying to meet quotas and make head honcho by having the most tickets or whatever, the corruption, right? But having laws in place and making sure that the souls that, you can't assume that all the souls under the dome are going to just be good, right? There's broken people out there and they're gonna still do bad things, and there just needs to be laws in place, especially to make sure that the animals and the children are protected. So yes. Linux says, where are you from? I am from Ohio. How about you? Whatever you say, cutie. Thanks. I feel like I'm getting really bad tan lines right now, so I might have to move. Gloria says between Fresno and Bakersfield. Oh, cool. So I probably just passed you then on my way here from Mount Shasta. That's really cool. If you ever feel inspired, you should come up to Mount Shasta, especially during one of the full moons. We have a huge fire. We drive up all the way as far as we can get up the mountain. And there used to be this old ski resort there. And so it's this really big open area. And we have a huge fire and usually a bunch of people there. And I bring a really big buffet of homemade vegan food and share with everyone for free. And it's just a really great time of fellowship and fun, and usually dancing and music and just a good time and conversation. So anyone is welcome to come to those events. And I'm also starting to put on other types of vegan events. Recently I did a vegan Thanksgiving dinner, which was really awesome, having all of the cliche vegan foods that non-vegans like in a vegan version to show people that it's possible. And I'm also in the process of organizing a Valentine's Day party. So if you want to keep up with all of those events, I would definitely suggest to find the Shasta Vegan community on Facebook and come out to that. So yeah. Alfred said, God bless you. Aw, thanks. God bless you too, and Goddess as well. Timothy says hello from St. Cloud, Minnesota. Hello, Timothy. Hopefully the weather is nice there and things are feeling good for you. Jehoquin says, hi, pretty. Aw, hi. Timothy says, I just subscribed. Thanks. I appreciate that. If there's any topics and stuff that you guys ever want to discuss, especially spiritual things and truther topics, conspiracy things, I definitely would love to do that. Andy said, carnivore diet cured cancer. Veggies are harmful. Too many lectins. They're poisonous. Okay. First of all, calm down. I understand that you're jacked up because you just ate some babies and you're ready to just tear people apart with your just sheer carnivore nature, but you're not a carnivore, first of all, and eating babies for health is black magic. Okay, let's talk about carnivores. They eat their prey raw as it bleeds out, and usually they go for the organs. So when was the last time that you ate raw organs? Anyways, the carnivore diet is a misnomer. You're not even acting like a real carnivore. And it's black magic that comes at the cost of your soul. So hopefully you understand. It's not gonna, like, you're eating death. You're only gonna get death back in return. You don't deserve to live. Like, okay, if you don't want to have cancer, don't be a cancer to the animals, you know? Karma's gonna come back. Anyways. Mills, I'm not, well, I'll just, you can have your comment shown. YouTube didn't want to show it. I already have mentioned before that I don't really care about race when it comes to the opposite sex. I am more concerned about someone's character and who they are. Race is like the most shallow thing that you could even be concerned with, because it just doesn't matter. Anyways, Timothy says, where are you located? Right now I'm in Southern California, but I live in Mount Shasta in Northern California. If you've never been or haven't seen Mount Shasta, I definitely would encourage you to, because she is super beautiful. And yeah, someone wants to know what kinds of shoes I'm wearing. They're kind of dirty because I just walked around this animal farm in them, but they're kind of van type, or I don't really know what. They're just regular shoes. All right, Andy, you need to go into timeout. We already talked to you. You are like screaming probably because of all of the hormones raging in your body. When you eat those animals, then they're full of all of this adrenaline and depression and anxiety and all of this animalistic, very low vibrational energy, and you're consuming that, and then now you're trying to bring that into my space, and I'm not having it. This is a great day, and I'm outside of an amazing space with people like healing animals and being healed by interacting with animals. And so I just don't want to deal with people that are just ignorant and hard-hearted. So bye, Andy. I hope that you have the day that you deserve. Hey Diddy, how's it going? Mills says I deserve you for sure. Oh, okay. Somebody's a little bit arrogant, huh? I don't even know you, so I'm just teasing. But Mike says, hey from Alabama, how's it going? Hopefully things are good there. Hi from Italy. Hello, how are you? I have some Italian friends. What just came to mind is that we recently had a cool little lasagna party for one of our friends' birthday, and it was really fun to be able to like make all that stuff from scratch. And yeah, one of our friends who was organizing it and had it like at his house was the Italian that was like super stoked about his like mom's old recipe books and stuff, so that was cool. Jehoquin says hi from Kansas City. Hello. Geometrics said I didn't see your other correct statement. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit behind in the chat, so I'm not really sure what we're talking about there. Austria, hello, how's it going? I Love Hippo says, shout me out. I love hippos. I don't even know what just happened. I think I didn't like read something properly there, but hello, I Love Hippo. Hippos are pretty cool. Don't they kill like a lot, well, supposedly kill like a lot of people every year? I don't remember. Anyways, Garia says, hi, where are you from? I am from Ohio. Yusuf says you are craxy. Well, you can't even spell right, so why would I be concerned about your opinion with me? Garia said, you're so beautiful. Aw, thanks. Jonas says, is that a Swedish flag? I apologize that I am not flag identifier, so if you identify yourself with your flag and I don't recognize it, you know, we're all humans and this world is all of ours, so anyways. Hi Fun says, hi, I live in Himalayan mountains. Oh, cool. It's very nice to hear. You should visit here. I'm from India. That's so cool. You actually live near the Himalayan mountains. It would definitely be really cool to be just travel all over, not just to the root chakras, but all of the different ley lines and spiritual points that are known and revered by humans in the future. So My broski 3333 says it's nighttime for me. Oh, okay. Where are you from? Let's not have that one. I'm not going to answer any perverted things because I don't think that we should even be talking about that. Poppin' Big Shot says Tom Homan is going to rule. I'm not sure who Tom is, but who's going to rule is definitely up for grabs. And some of us are willing to go to some extreme measures to rule. So Yellow says, hello, madam. Hi, happy sober 2025. Oh, thanks. Are you straight edge Yellow? I'm not sure if you know what that means, but not having any like alcohol or anything like any intoxicants, anything like that. Garia says your name, and my name is Inanna. See, Inanna, pretty cool. This hat was a gift. I didn't buy it myself, but yeah. People will be like, wow, you're so full of yourself. I'm like, I didn't buy it. It wasn't me. Steven says maybe the mountain collects more condensation and is easier to form the clouds directly over the mountains. Perhaps. I'm sure that there are scientific explanations for everything, especially because the scientific community is, controlled. And one of the things that one of their agendas is to hide God's existence and the spiritual nature, right? They don't want us to know that we're divine. They don't want us to know about the spiritual world, that God's real, that, that's why there's so many deceptions all around us. And it's from the beginning. So, hey, Kyle, thanks so much for helping moderate. I appreciate that. I know we're getting a lot of trolls. I don't know why they're suddenly not shadow banning me. So that's kind of cool. But I guess it's bringing the cockroaches out of the woodwork. Eternal YT says, hey, Shaggy girl, what's up? Oh, swaggy. Okay, well, that's definitely better than what I read, so. Woo. Jeff says, all facts, but acknowledge that Jesus is the only way out. I'm not sure what you mean by the only way out. I don't personally follow the mainstream Christian narrative, so I don't believe that there is this savior. I think that Christ came to show us the way to live according to God's will, and not like, after he died, Paul was sent in to infiltrate and corrupt, and then they basically turned him into this sacrifice, and now you have to kind of like come through the church to be able to get to God, instead of being able to just go to your creator, your father, on your own. So yeah. Sean says, hola, hello, Sean, how's it going? Austria says, how's it going? Nice to meet you. We have 10 o'clock p.m. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for being here late night. Will Taylor says, hi from New Zealand. Hello, how's it going? Mercedes says, we are free 3 feet under. Steven says, well, we have to participate in those things to live in the society. Well, the thing is, we don't have to participate. The society is being fabricated and controlled by these anti-human rulers, and it doesn't have to be this way. So, Christian says, leave. If you don't like the country, leave. Why? So that I can allow the land that I am from to fall into the hands, deeper into the hands of those that are doing evil and making it something that is hell for all of us. I'm not going to leave. You're going to leave. Anyways, Johnny says, hi, darling. Hello, Johnny. How's it going? Anyways, Fishanito says, it's my birthday today. Hello, happy birthday. Hopefully you have a great day. Mercedes says, come to Sweden. I will marry you. I'm 36. Well, I'm not really the kind of person that just, hey, I just met you and this is crazy, but we should just get married. So call me baby. Probably not. I'm gonna have to meet people before that happens, but thanks for the offer. And I'm not really looking right now, so yeah. Johnny says, I'll phone you tomorrow. Oh, okay. Well, you don't have my number, so. All right. High Fun says, nowadays politics sucks. Corruption is on high rise and people are not. It's seriously 2025 will very, yeah, the whole thing is corrupt, and people are so not aware of how corrupt it is and how controlled it is. And yeah, we're giving our trust to these people and allowing them to represent us when they don't have our best interest in mind, and they have their own ulterior agendas, and they get into these positions of power, and they might be on your side on this topic, but you know, behind closed doors, they're all just like in bed together and working together against us, whether they pretend to be on our side of these issues or on the opposite. So yeah. SD says every terrorist organization is created by USA, dividing and conquering. This is all to destabilize the Middle East and occupy/steal its mineral resources, its wealth. Same old Western colonialism. Well, I definitely agree that destabilizing other countries and, you know, the resources and stuff is part of it. I don't believe that it's all only for that one purpose, but it's part of the whole, right? They don't want to just focus on one spot. It's kind of world domination, right? They want it all. And they being the powers that be, and they're ultimately controlling all of the countries. It's like this monopoly that is, the whole board is controlled by them, and then they get all of the toy soldiers, right, the real human males and females, to start to feed into this and use the news to scare us into hating these other countries and being afraid of terrorists that aren't even really terrorists, and then we go and kill people's children in these wars, right? So yeah, it's all part of it, and America is a big problem. So I'm in London. Hello, Johnny from London. David says Ireland. Sweet. VTMS says down in Ohio. WAP in Ohio, down in Ohio. Okay. I'm not sure what that means, but yeah. Gloria says, sounds like a great time. It will be in the future. Shigi says, hello from Switzerland. Hi. Alpha says, you're so beautiful, not gonna lie. Aw, thanks. PNW Len says, thank you. Cool. Derry says, my wife has been working abroad for years, and now my daily activities are just fishing and relaxing. Life is truly beautiful, isn't it? Well, not for the fish. The fish that you're killing are not feeling very relaxed. They're on guard all the time because they're worried about, you know, you killing them. Can you please find a better hobby rather than picking on fish? It's not fun. It's not cool. It's how would you like that, you know? Anyways, FRSA says, what are your thoughts on the German wonder weapon UFOs? The Fuel Society 666. Apparently they have the missing kids. Admiral Byrd saw the Aryan aliens. His son died for the info. Interesting. I really haven't looked too much into the UFOs, but I know that humans have had that kind of advanced technology for a very long time. And yeah, the governments are just all hiding it from us. Austria says, your healthcare system gives me a headache. Here in Austria, we don't have that problem. Yeah, so much of it is focused on money, and then like these doctors go into these fields, and then there's not just the, oh, you're a doctor, you must have a big house and a nice car and all this stuff, but then they have all of the debt that is racked up, so they need to be focused on money, and you know, a patient cured is a customer lost, isn't that what they say? So yeah, the whole healthcare system needs to be completely revamped to where we prioritize actual, you know, it starts with what you're eating constantly, because if you're eating the standard American diet and poison, you're going to be sick, and no amount of pills and procedures is actually going to heal that problem. It's just going to put a band-aid over it while all the other things that are underlying continue, because the headaches are, there's certain symptoms that are more on the surface level, and then there's other things going on underneath, right? So you might take a pill to relieve your migraines, but meanwhile, like, there's cancer growing in your brain, and the headaches were telling you that there was something wrong, and like now you're just saying, shh, don't stop saying it while it gets worse. So that's kind of where it needs to start. But yeah, window cleaning expert Northeast. Cool. Window cleaning expert, huh? Interesting. Hello, how's it going? Alpha says we have 8 inches of snow and 2 inches of ice here in Indiana. Wow. Nice little snowstorm then, huh? All right. What about eating chicken? What about chicken? Or are you saying what about eating chicken? Because any animal should just be left alone. None of them are here for us. So Nobody says I have monthly abortions. That's not something that you should, like, tell anybody. That should be something that you're, like, really ashamed of, actually. I don't believe you. But anyways. Jonathan says that explains a lot. I'm not sure what you mean, bud. George says, I'm definitely coming to visit because you're super beautiful. Aw, cool. Yeah, well, Mount Shasta is really cool, too. So, I definitely... really pretty lakes and waterfalls and like hiking areas and just really, really nice stuff. And someday it'll be a vegan paradise where everything's vegan and it's free. So vote for me. Mass Ben says the necklace looks really cool. Oh, thanks. I'm not sure which one you mean, but there's also one that's hiding somewhere too. Cool. Anyways. Dustin says, I'm from Modoc. Cool. The Angel says, protect yourself against stalkers, please, hun. I will. I'm not worried about any of these keyboard warriors because I don't think that they will get out of their mom's basement enough to do anything. And if they did, goddess of war, baby. George says, I'm becoming a vegan. Woohoo! That's great news. Pretty much anything that you like can be made in a vegan version. You can go the store-bought option or online. Like, there are just endless amounts of recipes. I used to say I could not go vegan because I couldn't give up cheese. And now I make cheeses out of, like, cashews. There are just sunflower seed-based cheeses. There's tofu-based cheeses, coconut milk. Like, so many different options. Like, why would you even want to have cow's pus and all of the stuff that the FDA allows in dairy, like feces and blood and bacteria and all of this disgusting stuff? Or you could just grab some cashews, a bell pepper, some nutritional yeast, some salt and garlic pepper, blend it up and have the most amazing cheese. And it's not going to make you fat because it doesn't have the growth formula that cow's milk has in it. It doesn't have those hormones. It doesn't have the estrogen. Why wouldn't you do that, you know? Caitlin says, this is JJ from Outer Banks. Hello, JJ from Outer Banks. How's it going? Something says, hello from Uzbekistan. What a cool name for a country. Scott says, Ontario. Hello. The Angel says, greetings from the UK. Kyle, thanks again for moderating the chat. I keep seeing your name here for moderation. I appreciate that. Jonathan says, that's not how eating works. Do people actually listen to this goofy bird? Another goofy white woman with nothing to do. Get a job. How do you have this much time to talk about nothing? First of all, it's a Sunday afternoon, and how do you have time to sit here and troll me? Why don't you have a job? Like, what are you doing on a Sunday afternoon? Second of all, my soul didn't come here to work a 9-to-5 slave job. So it's like this sad mentality that you've been forced into. Like, realistically, you probably eat animals, you force them to work, so you should be forced to work. I don't. I work for myself. I do what I want. I live as freely as I can in this system. And that's what vegans should do. So, and what is it with this white woman thing? Why are you racist? Like, what does my skin color have to do with anything anyways? Is that how shallow that you are? That's really sad. You need to learn how to grow up and see past someone's skin color and see the content of their soul and see the bigger reason why people are here. And it's not to go and work on a hamster wheel, work a 9-to-5 so that they can make ends meet. And then on their deathbed, they're sad because they didn't even do anything that was fulfilling in life. You might go that route, but I'm not going to. So Darcy says, hey, Darcy, how are you? Scott says, JJ, my son surfed there. Nice. Global Reset, good day. I hope you have a beautiful week. Ah, thanks. I intend to. It's really great weather here in Southern California, and it's going to be fun. So, JM says, human is delicious. Okay, well, I have heard that other cannibals feel the same way. And they say that it's really close to bacon, that bacon's the closest thing you can eat to eating human flesh. And you know how many people say bacon as their excuse for eating animals. So I've actually recently had people say that if they can't eat animals, they're going to eat free-range humans. So we'll see how that works. I don't think that they would actually pick on someone their own size because they're weak like bullies, so they go pick on helpless little cows. They make sure to saw their horns off so that the cows can't fight back or anything, and they go and rape the cow pregnant, eat her children, just go after the weakest species. They won't fight someone that fights back. Let's see these predators. Let's see any of you supposed carnivores in a coliseum with a hungry lion. You don't get any tools, you get what nature gave you. And I'm gonna sit there and watch, and it's gonna be great because you're gonna learn what place you are really fast. You're not a carnivore, you're the prey. Alex says, hey, I just heard that tomorrow is International. I'm not gonna read that. That's not appropriate, and I don't like that. Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about perverted things here. So, anyways. All right. Do I like Aerosmith? Not necessarily. Yeah, anyways. JM says, are you Amish? No, I'm not Amish. Are you? What a question. Move to Idaho. I don't think I'll be doing that, but yeah. Sam says, hi, beautiful girl. Hey, how's it going? Casual says, what is this stream about? Honestly, the stream started off with me reading a passage from the Gospel of the Holy 12, and now I'm just talking to people in the chat, so welcome. I don't understand why the trolls feel like they need to come out. So, what part of Ohio? I'm in Cincinnati. I am from Salem originally. These people are like really inappropriate. Greetings from the Netherlands. Hello, how's it going? I'm probably gonna get off here because these sour apples are just being annoying. Global Reset says, I imagine it's hard to talk to 115 people at once. Yeah, it definitely keeps things interested, or interesting to try to follow multiple different conversations at once. Spirit says, are you stranded or in COVID lockdown? I'm not in either one. I was at this cool event here at the Gentle Barn, and I cut my earlier live stream short and said that I would come back on and say hi. So this is me saying hi 37 minutes later. Hi from Uzbekistan. Cool, another person from Uzbekistan. Oh wait, you're the same person. Oh, you're saying bye. Are you saying hi or bye? Anyways, JK says, please come down here. You are too far up there. Aw, well, Mount Shasta is kind of where I need to stay. So I don't want to have to moderate these people, but hi from Mexico. Hello, Christian. How's it going? Test the spirits if they are of Yah. I no wonder anymore why God flooded the earth. Say no to liars, pervs, hedonism, lusts, wickedness. Yeah, I completely agree. Sexual degeneracy has always really bothered me, and these people that come on here just like, I don't know, it's frustrating. But yeah, God is definitely a lot more patient than I would be with the situation. Matt Ben says, can you give me top 2? What music do you listen to most often? I like a lot of acoustic music and like love songs, so I don't necessarily have a song to tell you off the top of my head, but yeah. Lifted says, you are pretty. Oh, Lifted Legend, thanks. I appreciate that. Global Reset says, have a great and prosperous week. Yeah, I'm about to get off of here as well and go probably get some tasty vegan food. Gary says, I have a question. All right, Gary, shoot. What's your question? Shelton says, no, she's woke. Third eye woke. Isn't it kind of interesting how they demonize like being awake, and like they made it, I don't know. Because obviously those people that are supporting these, liberal agendas or whatever aren't actually awake, right? They're still asleep, and it's just, I don't know, it's an interesting inversion of how they've kind of demonized being awake, and you don't want to be woke, which is the opposite of being awake is being asleep, right? So I don't know, it's just interesting. Hello, Rio de Janeiro, how's it going? Hi Fun says, whenever you visit to India, I will be happy to host you. Aw, thanks, I appreciate that. Jonathan says, don't go to India. Why not? Robert says, hey, Robert, how are you? Hi from White Rock. What do you think about our timeline? Well, thankfully, I think that we're in a time where things are shifting and we can, really, the awakening process has showed us so much deception and issues with the control system, and we're realizing all of this power that we have of manifestation and to create our reality. So I don't know, it's just really cool to be alive at this time where we have all this technology and we can connect with like-minded people and really start to, shape our vision for the future so that we're all focused on the same thing and trying to manifest, the best world that we can make. So Kyle says, I'm trying to help with trolls, but I'm also trying to hook up to my next trailer, but the trailer's having issues, so I miss any trolls. I'm trying to figure this out. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. I know that you're busy, so yeah. 80K says, John 16:4 tells us everything we need to know. So if you're a Christian and you believe the Bible and you believe in God and his son Jesus, then how can you refute that? I personally don't believe in the Bible. So I guess the premise of the statement, I guess, is there. Truth Dog says, hey, beautiful. Hey, how's it going? And also 80K, I don't have a Bible right now, so I don't know what John 14:6 is off the top of my head. Jonathan says, okay, but you are participating because you're using a phone that you didn't personally create. Do you even hear yourself talk? Yeah, I do hear myself talk. And I also understand the bigger picture that I'm using the tools that I can to change the world. I'm not just going to cut myself off and go and live on my own little property away from everybody and not do what I can to share the message and change the world. That would be really stupid. So why don't you do that? Why don't you just, instead of trolling me, go focus on yourself, you know? All right. Louisiana in the house. Thug Life says, hello. Shelton says, right, queen. Cool. Corgi says, I am the 100th viewer. Yeah, I saw 136 at one point, so that was pretty cool. Addie said, are you a fan of Taylor Swift? I actually really despise Taylor Swift. I've always just wanted to punch Taylor Swift in the face. But they have corrupted so many little girls, and I think that I don't even believe that they write their own stuff. I don't believe that they are talented. Like, I just don't like Taylor Swift, so no. Shelton says, I'm with ya. Cool. 80K says, you are a lost soul if you disregard John 14:6. Well, thankfully you're not the judge of who's lost or found, so cool beans. The Truth Dog says the whole world is ran by the Masons, shapeshifters. We are living in the times of Lucifer, and Donald Trump is Elvis, Liz Elvis, and his wife is Lady Di. Okay. I do agree that the world is run by non-humans who can shapeshift, whether they have taken Masonic vows or not. I don't believe that they all have. I think Masonry was a really early religion that was infiltrated and corrupted by them. They worshipped the grand architect of this realm. They understood that it was based off of the game of chess. That's why it's the white and black pattern. And they were really intelligent and knew, the grand architect. So it makes sense that they have been infiltrated and corrupted. As far as Lucifer goes, Lucifer was originally a nickname for Venus, who is the morning star. She rises before the sun, bearing the light. And the ancients knew that she was a purifier, so you can kind of see the inversion from going from a female purifier to a male corrupter, and how, it kind of goes along with all the other stuff. As far as Donald Trump as Elvis, well, there's multiple different Trumps, and most people will already acknowledge that there's multiple clowns playing that role. I'm not personally convinced that it's Elvis, and I am not personally convinced of the Mr. Diane of Wales being married to Trump, but I wouldn't be surprised if they try to pair them together, because supposed Prince Diane was like this for the people person, and Trump is too, and it's like, oh, let's get their favoriteest idols together in this power team to see if we can take over the world. It's like, oh my gosh, give me a break. Anyways. October Sky says, you're a lost AOUL to use judgment with God's name attached, if that's your belief. I'm not sure what you mean, because even the Christ in the Bible says to judge with righteous judgment, and God is a judge. We're all, especially if you're like of the Christian belief or whatever, like having a judgment day at the end. God judges. So I don't like, we're not gonna like, I don't know, whatever. And whether he judges gracefully or whatever, that's a different story, but he does judge. Lennon says, hi. Emil says, go, go, Trump. Yeah, go, go right to hell. Anyways, I'm going to probably get off of here soon, but I do want to meet up with you guys next week on Sunday, if not before. My journey towards success. I'm from Ohio for the millionth time this live. It's okay. You weren't here, so I understand. Maybe I should just put this in the description box. I am from Ohio. Do I like homemade pancakes? I haven't had homemade pancakes for a long time, but if they're vegan and they're made good, then yeah. Do I feed dogs and cats? I do not. I feed birds and try to just deal with wild animals. Texas says, why is America a problem? Because we are one of the biggest enslavers of animals. You know, abortion is really high. The sexual degeneracy is out of control. The government is corrupt. We're always like bombing other places. We're always just sticking our nose in business that we shouldn't be involved with and all this stuff. And that's not to say other countries don't do the same thing, but people that want to try to say that America is so great and all this stuff, it's just like, we have to acknowledge that we're not. So, cheers from Cali, woohoo! My journey towards success. What is the current time in London? I'm not sure, because I'm not there. All right. I am getting ready to get out of here. I'm just going to scan this chat really quick just to see if there's anything important to talk about. Brandon says, USA, we are not the good guys. Yeah. Texas says, we have a tree hugger. Actually, I mean, I do hug trees, but I prefer to hug cows because cows are awesome. And you kind of say that like it's an insult, but it actually just kind of shows your own ignorance to the fact that trees are really healing and there's these energies in them and wisdom in them. So it actually just makes me feel bad for you because your insult just highlights your own ignorance. And, you know, I feel bad for you. So, shout out Rosalie, please, and Nathan. Hi. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday to Rosalie and Nathan. That's cool. Are you guys twins or just happen to have the same birthday? Because that'd be pretty cool if you were just friends. Like, I don't know if you guys have met someone that has your birthday, but it's pretty cool to just, you know, I don't know. Do you think that there's a deep state which is controlling everything? Not in the same way that we're being told, but yeah, there are puppet masters pulling the strings, and the people that we're seeing, like Trump, Fauci, Bill Gates, all of these entities are just fall guys and targets for us to either direct our love or our hatred towards, and we don't actually get to see the people that are behind this, the masterminds behind it. Hugh says, I have a crush on you. Oh, thanks. Raina says, Australia had a Hitler problem instead. Or Austria, I'm sorry. Beautiful big eyes. Oh, thanks. Hi, beautiful girl. Hey, baby cakes. Hey, how's it going? Alchemy and witchcraft have been the beginning here for a long time. Yeah, for sure. It's all by design. All corporations work to help each other. Exactly. Starting with crappy foods that get and keep people sick, which benefits the hospitals and insurance companies, right? Much easier control when we're like sick and addicted and enslaved, right? When you're focused on making ends meet, or your children are going to go hungry and all this stuff, it's a constant go, go, go. You never even get to stop and smell the roses and think about why your soul came here and what's actually, you know, when you're on your deathbed and you look back, you're not going to be like, wow, I'm so glad that I spent every single day of my adult life in a cubicle. You know, it was definitely worth it. Like, that's not what anyone's going to say. So yeah. All right. Texas Repo says, you don't eat fish. No, I don't eat any animals. Do you eat grass? No, I don't. Do you have anything intelligent to say? Okay. Pfizer are alchemists, and they use their skill to make us sick so they can sell us the cure. Yeah, exactly. Someone says, am I not a fan of hunting? I'm a fan of hunting pedophiles and hunters. So people that hurt children or animals, I think I'm all like, I wouldn't stop you from hunting them at all, if that's what we're talking about. But if you're talking about hunting animals, then that just kind of shows really bad character on your part. Hitler was a vegan. Okay, so was Christ. I don't know what your actual point was. Hitler was also just a control mechanism for the powers that be to kill people and put them off. There's been plenty of really bad people that are not vegan. So saying that, like, it doesn't mean anything to say that. Someone wants to see my shoes. I already showed my shoes before, so. Arun is projecting their own trailer park trash status onto other people. I don't live in a trailer park, never have. I live in a house, so definitely aren't talking about me. Do you like to go kayaking and camping? Kayaking is really fun, and actually I remember going canoeing with my family when we were really young, and me and my sister were in one of the canoes, and we were like basically just going really fast, and by the end of like the day we were actually going backwards, and the people that we would pass were like, we're training for the Olympics. It was really funny. And actually my 2 younger brothers were in a boat with her now husband, and he's just a little bit weightier than them, and so as they're paddling along, the boat is like just a little bit tilted up as he's in the back. It was fun. It was a good experience. But yeah, I like to do outdoorsy stuff and have fun, so cool. All right, I'm trying to get off of here, but you guys keep talking. It's snowy right now. Aw, Luke, sorry to hear that it's snowy. I'm enjoying some really beautiful warm weather, so yeah. Luke B says, our dairy cows don't take growth hormones. Okay, but why are you enslaving cows? Why are you exploiting motherhood? Why are you still drinking milk when you're a grown adult? Like, do you not understand that milk is for babies? Like, the only milk that was intended for you is your mommy's milk, and since you don't drink mommy's milk anymore, you shouldn't be drinking milk. Like, sad ignorance. Brandon says, we humans are not cows. Exactly. Sammy says, don't you have estrogen? Of course I have estrogen. I'm a female, but I don't need to take estrogen, and I don't support males taking estrogen that are consuming all of these milk products and all of this stuff. So everyone should just have the estrogen that they have in their system and stop adding more. The war for your mind. You already said Hitler was vegan. We already addressed that. Move along. Okay. Do I believe in karma? Yes, I do. What you do will come around to you. Actions have consequences. It's really that simple. And so many of the things that we see in our world are direct consequences, direct karma for the things that we are doing, especially to the animals. So 33 Cigarette says, you do need B12, which only comes from animal products and algae extract. Your pick. Well, I'll definitely take the algae extract or anything that's not from animals. And the animals that you're getting it from actually are often supplemented with B12 or extra nutrients that they need to produce extra B12. So they're getting it from unnatural means. And not only are you getting that unnatural method, but you're putting rotting flesh in your mouth. It's full of hormones and estrogen and all of these other, the adrenaline, the depression, the anger, the anxiety, all of that stuff you're putting in. Or you could just go eat some plants, you know? Your pick for now. Someday you won't have the choice to abuse animals, and that's going to be when the world is great. So, Chamber Haas says, I've tried plant-based and the food was good, but I lost a ton of muscle mass and had issues with skin and hair. You should definitely check out some of the fruitarian groups because there are some pretty ripped people in there. And, you know, obviously the stuff that we have done over the past, when you're switching over your diet, you might have other transitional detox issues that come up. So there's people that are talking about these kinds of things as well, and how they just kind of persisted through. Maybe they got like a rash or something, and other issues that they persisted through, and it actually healed them on the other side. So we do have to keep in mind that our bodies are just so full of toxic junk from the rest of our lives before that there might be some bumpy patches, but you know, especially for me, veganism is the only moral option. So when I have dietary issues that are, you know, oh, these foods might be lacking in some sort of nutrients, I'm going to find a way to get those nutrients that I need in a vegan way, because it's about the veganism. You know, it's not about me. It's not about my health or my anything. It's about the animals and how they should be treated, and they don't deserve to be treated the way that we treat them in animal agriculture. So, and PNW says the system is going to end very soon. Amen. 9 to 5 working is slavery. I agree. And Gloria says, don't give the idiots any of your time. We are here for you, Queen. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just gonna block them because you're right, we're not worth my time. Notification says, dear vegans, if you love animals so much, then why do you eat all their food? Why do all of the non-vegans have like the same little catchphrase, like flippin' arguments to try to just make a joke out of the situation when there are sentient beings that are suffering? Like, it's not funny to make jokes about it. It just shows that you're a psychopath and you're desensitized to the suffering of others. You don't have empathy. It's not funny. It's not okay. It's a bad reflection of your character and your state of ignorance. So please stop, you know. Twisted Gunmetal says, I've tried those kinds of cheeses and wanted to switch to something more healthy. I just don't enjoy the taste, even remotely, despite liking all the ingredients. Well, if you're on Facebook, reach out to me because I love cheese and I have a few different recipes that I could send to you. A lot of people, there's like, wow, these cheese. They've actually said, if I could have this cheese, I would be vegan right now. So I would love to help you in that department because cheese is right up my alley, vegan cheese. Yolo says, I have acne. What should I do? We'll definitely look at what you're eating first. If you're eating a lot of acidic and processed foods, that's going to give you acne and create other issues. So that's where I would start. Obviously, there's a ton of things that they're going to sell for you to put on and all these things. But if you don't fix the underlying issue of like what you're putting in, it's not going to work. Missy Baby says, you eat avocados. I'm really not a big avocado fan. I don't like the taste and I don't like the texture. There's an amazing like avocado based chocolate that is just cacao powder, agave, and avocados. It's just the three things. Yeah. So anyways, just mix it all together until it's like chocolate colored and it's really sweet and people really love it. So Dakota says, you've never been to Africa. That is a true statement. Dodol says, I'm from Indonesia. Cool. Correct, Stuart. No perverted, sad face. Curl Dog, how's it going? I'm from Ohio. Cool. I'm from Ohio too. Samuel says, hello from Louisville, Kentucky. Did you all get much snow? Well, I am not in Mount Shasta right now, so I don't know. I don't believe they had any snow since I left, but we were actually getting a lot of rain. We've been getting rain like the past few years for Christmas and just like really weird flooding. But I do expect to get some snow maybe February or March or something like that. I'm not sure. Honda says hello. Hello. I Sound Pro says, beautiful as always, Queen. You skateboarding. I'm not skateboarding right now. I've owned a skateboard and I've skateboarded in the past, but I'm not really, I haven't really put much effort into that department recently, so. Christian says she's natural like a goddess. Aw, thanks. All right. Hi, Akhenaten. Hello, Malay from India. I'm going to get off of here like I've already said 100 times, but if you guys subscribe and meet with me next Sunday, the same time, same place at noon Pacific Standard Time, I would love to chat with you guys and answer your questions and say hi and give you shout outs and all of that fun stuff. So subscribe and talk to me on Facebook in the meantime if you guys want. Oh my gosh, there's so many answers that I'm not addressing. Okay. One more. God loves you, so please accept God, please. Okay. I'm all about the Creator, so there's nothing to need accepting. All right. Bye, guys. Love you. May God and the gods bless.